screen a little blur. So like I had paused the video for a minute so I can wake that up. But yeah, you go through all this adversity to see if you're really about this, if you're really about that life. Just like how you have friends or people around you, or you go to a job, they try you out to see if you're capable of performing certain tasks. So what more than most high? Now it says, believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way right and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Now this, going to it some more, it says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever anyone or any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Nope. You hear about the stories like the stories with Job. You hear about the story with David when Saul was trying to kill him. You hear about the story about with Jeremiah. You hear the story with Daniel. You hear about, let's see, what's some other stories? The stories with Ezekiel. You hear about all these different stories. And what happened? You hear about the story with Abraham and Lot. Was they confounded? Nope. It says, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Nope. It says, of whom did he ever despise? That called upon him. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. Woe be to the fearful hearts and fake hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. So you don't want to be trying to play around. You want to go that one way, that right way. I'm trying to go 2 ways. Now, I ain't pulled a precept in this previous video that I made. I'm going to pull it in this one. And it says, for the Lord is full of compassion, mercy, long-suffering, and pitiful, right? Let's go to what this say right here. Give me 1 minute. This is one of these chapters in the book of Psalms. It's in the book of Psalms, chapter 47, verse 2. We'll just read on down. Now it says, for the Lord, the Most High, is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. He shall subdue people under us and the nations under our feet. This ain't happening yet either. And you got Esau running around trying to play games and act like they want to give reparations one minute and act like they don't. Then they want to try to give out loans and grants and all the other bullshit and the stimulus stuff. That ain't gonna make up for none of that shit that they ever did on top of that. And the Most High, you gotta think about this as well too. If he did this type of judgment to his own people, just imagine what the fuck he gonna do to the ones that he don't consider his people. And that's gonna be some serious shit, man. That's why I say right here in the book of Psalms, chapter 47, verse 3, it said he shall subdue people under us. That don't sound like everybody equal to me. I don't know what motherfuckers be reading and looking at, or when they step outside, or when they see racing events or championships or whatever. Everybody don't win the championship. Everybody don't win the race. That shit don't even make sense when people be talking about everything is equal and all this other stuff is equal. God says, in the nations under our feet, he should choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom we love so well. Yahweh is going up with the shout, the Lord with the sound of the trumpet. Sing praises to Yahweh, sing praises. Sing praises to our King, sing praises. And that's another reason why I like to read the songs, so it actually just songs. Well, sometimes when I was going through a lot of stuff, and I really got into this even more, I won't say even more, but when I started actually paying more attention to the scriptures, I phrase it like that. I just read these songs as songs, sing them, or just rap them. It says, for Yahweh is the King of all the earth, sing you praises with understanding. Yahweh reigneth over the heathen, Yahweh sitteth upon the throne of his holiness. The prince of the peoples are gathered together, even the people down of the power of Abraham, for the shields of the earth belong to Yahweh. He is greatly exalted. And see, now people take the Most High as a joke. Now people run around talking about, so maybe God is a woman, or maybe this and maybe that, and all this other nonsense, man. People don't really see, man. When the judgment hit, and you have facilities like this get shut down. Oh, and then another thing too. A lot of people they scared of the dark for real. I can't sleep in no dark. Motherfuckers sleep with the TVs on and night lights and shit. And wait till the power really go out. And they say that in the scriptures there's gonna be days of darkness and stuff. This video right here says Energy Secretary warns of enemies' capability to shut down U.S. power grid. Get ready for the lights out. And the power grid really not as sturdy as people believe it is, because we got our electricity. Like right now, we're using electricity. That stuff shit seem cool, but that shit can go out at any moment too. And guess who's gonna orchestrate it? Nah, it look like Esau did it. It look like one of them cyber attackers do it. Who put it in their spirit to do that? Let me see, let me pull a few more precepts and I'm gonna end this up. It's the book of Amos, chapter 3. Now, I'm going to end this over this last chapter right here, and then that'll be it. I just want to say another thing also, another few things. Now, I was talking to one of my relatives about people leaving out of America. Just say all the so-called black people or the other indigenous tribes or the Latinos, whether it be Colombians, Cubans, Mexicans, Hondurans, Panamanians, whatever, Brazilians, Dominicans. They say everybody was just want to pack up and just go somewhere else and say, you know what, we finna leave this place. First of all, Esau not really finna allow that, and that's not part of prophecy anyway, but if it was to happen. Most people that get somewhere else and they're going to come right back over here. The same thing that happened during the time of the Exodus. So what the Most High gonna do? They're gonna make this place so intolerable. You ain't gonna want to be here any fucking way. And this is gonna be one of the reasons right here. When that food get cut short, that motherfucking electricity get cut, a lot of shit gonna get cut. That's why the scripture said, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." So when you're going through that adversity, look at that as a blessing. Because you don't want to be too comfortable. And I'm guilty of it. Sometimes I get a little extra comfortable, have certain stuff. And the Most High shake my ass up to remind me, like, hey, you remember what you're supposed to be doing. And I go for other Akim. I hear stories. Other Akim, we sit down converse about different things going on in our lives or whatever. So you don't want to get too comfortable, because when this place gets super jacked up, the ones that's extra comfortable and having all the so-called fun or whatever, living in straight vanity, they're gonna bug the fuck out, because they ain't gonna be used to just chilling, dealing with adversity face to face. They're gonna be forced to face it. Now, another thing I want to speak on was a dream that I had. I was laying with my woman, and I was telling her, I'm like, look, you're gonna have more dreams, because she was telling me that she been having dreams and stuff, and she never had dreams till she started being around me. So I was just letting her know, like, you're gonna have more and more of them. Let me know what it is so I can discern it for you. So I happened to doze off like right after that, and I had one myself. Now in this particular dream, it was actually me going to the store, and I happened to see a bunch of people, and they was like, we hungry or whatever, what the food at? Y'all got food? And the guy in the store was like, hey, we don't got no more food. There ain't no more food. And everybody just started going AWOL and tearing shit up. Now, but he looked at me though and told me to come in. And there was plenty of wine and other food and stuff. And I was straight, 'cause I wasn't even really hungry in this particular dream. I just wanted to sip a little yan and laugh, because I seen what was going on. But it was all hell was breaking loose. So, and that's the type of stuff that's going to be happening. That's why I better get. I said I'm going to pull another precept before I read this. I'm going to pull this and I'll go through this. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 65. I'm going to start at, let's see, get to the main point. Alright, it's in verse 11. It says, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forgot my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that truth, and that furnace a drink offering to that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. And this how the Most High called. Just say you, a person like me or whatever, or one of you other occupant, you go around to your family members or your so-called friends, or your woman you're dealing with, or your women, whatever, you know, some men have multiple women. You go around and you go speak to them about this. They don't even want to hear this. They want to hear some other bullshit. So, and they don't realize that's how the Most High called out to them through men. And I says, when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, and you should be hungry. And that's what I thought about too, after I woke up from that dream. It says, behold, my servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. And that's what I seen in the dream. Like, the guy literally told everybody there wasn't no food and none of this other shit, and they started tearing up every damn thing. And he looked at me and told me to come in, open up like a little secret door or something. They had plenty of wine, food, they had champagne, and I was like, hey, let me get some of that champagne right there. But it was still spooky though, because you could see like everything that was going on. I could see everything that was going on. And people was just bugging the fuck out. So it was like, damn, I could be amongst that number though. So that's why, hey, get close as possible to the Most High, man. So you don't be wanting no more, well, there ain't no fucking food, your ass ain't got nothing to eat. Oh, there ain't no water. You gotta go drink out of damn broke toilet somewhere or something. You don't want to be like that, because the Most High will bring you down like that, for real, for real. I'm going to read on some more. It says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And people going to really be like that. You're going to hear that shit, like, damn, who that is howling? You're going to think it's a damn animal. There'll be somebody howling, oh, I'm hungry, oh, I need something to eat, oh, I'm thirsty. Little inside joke. It says, and he shall leave your name for a curse until my chosen. For the Lord Yahweh shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. Now, we'll go back to the book of Amos, and I'll just end this video off. It's the book of Amos, chapter 3. In verse 1, it says, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel. And like I say, this is against our people. They go get jacked up. But them heathens and all the other different nations, they definitely getting jacked up. And I say it's against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Now you tell somebody this, they don't want to be special. They don't want to feel special. They don't want to feel great or be great. Not just feel great, actually be it. That's how the Most High look at us, man. He knows us. He don't know these other heathens. He created them. He ain't sitting there like, okay, you know what? I'm going to put them on a pedestal like this and let them do this and do that. Let them rule the universe. He ain't going to put them on that pedestal. God says, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. And two walk together, except they be agreed. When the lion roar in the forest, when he have no prey. When a young lion cry out of his den, if he have taken nothing, can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth, where no gin is for him? Shall one take up a snare from the earth, and have taken nothing at all? Shall the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people will not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? So even when something go down, like you hear about these gruesome-ass crimes that go down, you're like, damn, who the fuck do something like that? The Most High orchestrated it. And you know how you know? Read this verse right here. It says, surely the Lord, Yahweh, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, prophets. And that's how it is, man. Now, your modern day prophet ain't gonna be somebody floating on a fucking carpet or something somewhere. That's not what it's talking about. It's gonna be who you least expect it, from who you least expect it. And that's just what it is. Hey, don't get mad at me. Take it up with the Most High. How he set it up. This his script. And that's why we come out of the scriptures. Precept upon precept, line upon line. So just want to bring this up. Stay alert, man, because there's a lot of shit that's about to happen. And they so-called opening up Babylon. Like yesterday, they had to fight the bread and circus event. They had the fight going on. People going out partying, clubbing and shit, parks and shit opening up. You ain't gotta wear your mask. And the scripture say the Lord should come like a thief in the night. So when people least expect it, all type of shit gonna break loose. Shalom.